Hey guys, Tyler Dallas here from Ty's Torque Talk. Today we have something special. It's a 2025 GMC Yukon Denali. We're actually down in McKinney, Texas. We're at McKinney Buick GMC. They're nice enough to give us the vehicle for the day to shoot this video. So if you're in the area and need a new ride, reach out to them down below. But anyways, Yukon Denali. The Yukon was released back in 1991. This is the 5th generation. It's been in business for 34 years now. And this is the biggest, most powerful, most capable, most luxurious Yukon yet. And today we're going to find out exactly why. Okay, starting off here, right up at the front end of the business. A little windy outside today. There's leaves flying everywhere. But anyways, super wide body. I love the lines that they got going on here on the hood. It looks really sharp. But then coming down here, we got the big famous Denali grille here. Our GMC badging in red, forward-facing camera. It does have the full 360, which we're going to point out the other ones later on. We got our front park sensors, and we got radar here for that Super Cruise system that we're going to talk about when we actually hop inside the vehicle. Redesigned headlights. Love the new look. They really widened out those the daytime running LEDs there, but the attention to detail. If you actually look at that Denali name there, it's even flashing inside. So when you're signaling next to people at night, or you just have the vehicle on and you got that flat white daytime running light on, you actually have a Denali illuminated in it. But then you got your LED, precision LED headlights and high beams, and you got LED fog lamps down at the very bottom there. Big news for the Denali. In the 2025 years, we got, or 2025 model year, we got 24-inch rims. That's huge. All right, and it's also gonna be riding on a 4-corner air ride system. So you're gonna get that extra smooth, feels like you're driving on a cloud type floaty suspension. Or you can raise it up 2 inches and make it a little bit more capable, get some more ground clearance there. I like that they didn't put chrome here on the mirror cap. That looks good. I like the body color. They got a good kind of blend here of chrome detailing and then also body color stuff. I like the blackout package though. I like when you got blackout Denali here, but the chrome looks fine. We got our door handles here with the proximity key. We got some chrome touching there. Some chrome around the windows there. And then coming on the back, we got our new rear headlights for 2025. Love the way they look. I like that I mentioned on the front, they kind of widened out those LEDs. So when they're running on during the daytime, they're more visible. They look cleaner. It looks really nice. But quad-tipped exhaust, quad-tipped staggered exhaust, I should say. Really kind of gives it more of a aggressive look for sure from behind here. And I like that they didn't put the wiper blade right here at the bottom. They actually tucked it up and hid it underneath this spoiler here. You can't even see it even if you really look up close. But it really cleans up the back here, makes the window look even bigger. But let's pop the trunk on this guy here and see how much cargo room you get in the back of your Denali. All right, at the back end here, about to pop that back hatch. First, I just want to show you the key fob. So nicely laid out, your unlock lock buttons. You got your remote starting, then the button there to pop open that back hatch. You got a second one to actually just pop it open about 3/4 of the way. So in case you're parked in the garage, it doesn't hit the roof there when it's opening. And then you got your GMC badge on the back. I wish they would have put the Denali name right there. Maybe wrapped it up in leather, cleaned it up a little bit, make it feel, you know, like you just climbed to the top of Mount Denali. But anyways, let's pop this open, see how much cargo room you have in the back end here. Oh, I gotta click the button one more time. There we go. Okay. Tons of cargo capacity. This is the most the Yukon has ever had. So with this third row folded up right in this area, 25.5 cubic feet. Then you got your buttons here on the side to fold down those seats. When you get them folded down, now you're gonna have 72 cubic feet of storage space. And then with that center row folded down, you're gonna have 122 cubic feet of cargo capacity. But I like that it's a nice flat floor, so you can slide larger items along there, nice with ease. But then coming on in here, you can have a closer look at your buttons. You got your home power source on the side. We got some charge ports, USB-Cs for your third row seating passengers. A nice little leather spot here for their elbows, cup holders and whatnot. And you got a little storage cubby on underneath here. some chrome plates so you can slide your goodies and not scratch up the cheaper plastic. They got little strips here and there, obviously, of the cheaper plastic. Not gonna expect them to wrap the entire thing all in leather. But anyways, let's hop inside and see how comfortable that front seat is though. Okay guys, coming on over to the passenger side, have a look at the window sticker there. Check out all the options, pricing, take a screenshot, review it on later. But come on inside now, let's have a look at the interior of the Denali. We'll start off there at the door. This is the two-tone teak and shale interior color option. If you don't like it, you can go jet black all around. If you want the brown leather, go on up to the Denali Ultimate. But anyways, looking up close here, we got the wood panel, open pore wood paneling there at the very top. A little bit of gloss black by the door handle there. I'm not gonna be mad at that. You usually get, you know, that gets covered in fingerprints and everything, but there's nothing really there you're actually gonna be touching. And then going on down, everything is all wrapped in leather. You got that nice cross stitching, two massive door bins, huge door bins. You can fit full-size water bottles in those bad boys. And then you got your big chrome plated Bose speaker down there at the bottom. But then coming on in, we got our Denali plate to greet you when you enter on inside. We got passenger power adjustable seating, and these seats are fantastic as well too. I love the way they look, the cross stitching. We got the piping here, Denali name, perforated leather. It's really soft, super comfortable. The front seat here is a fantastic place to be. In this, actually no, let's go up to the top first. We're gonna look at, we got the sunroof, full panoramic sunroof. Goes all the way back. And this is new. Part of the armrest here, you can actually slide this on back and get a whack of storage. My wife would probably fill it all up with snacks and gum in her purse and copious amounts of bottles. So I probably wouldn't actually tell her that button's there. I would just keep that for myself when I'm driving alone. When you actually have that back, you still can actually push your armrest forward though, and then you get a little tray in behind it. But let's not tell my wife that that's sitting there when I buy one of these one day. But anyways, looking at the dash now, we got our open pore wood, lots of chrome, or little bits of chrome work, all leather everywhere. And then coming on over to the center. Oh, actually one thing, they actually lowered down the dash, as you can see here, just to make it the view for the passenger a little clear. They can see out the hood or out the front windshield a little bit more. Over here, you got this new cubby. You can put some goodies, your valuables on inside there. And then coming on down, 16.8 inches of screen, infotainment screen real estate down here. This is all gonna be Google operated. So you got your Google Maps. That's actually gonna update, unlike normal factory navigation systems when you don't get any new neighborhoods in town. You're also gonna have Google Assistant and Apple, what is it? Apple CarPlay, sorry, I couldn't think of the name there. Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, both wireless. I like that they got the volume knob here is still a manual one, and it's got a really satisfying, nice click to it. It feels expensive. Everything feels expensive and nice inside here. Down at the bottom, we got our climate control, but it's a nice, you know, my wife hates when the climate control is integrated on the screen. Like here, you got all the buttons you can click. We both like manual buttons. I like the way this looks personally. She's not a big fan of it. I like it. It's a happy medium because you still actually have all of your manual buttons here to control everything at the bottom. So let's turn that fan down so it's not so noisy. So there's our climate control. Then you got these, actually wait, pop that. Oh, you just slide out of the way. I thought it was automatic. Wireless phone charging down inside there. You got a USB-A, USB-C, cup holders. I'm not liking how much gloss black here. It's a lot of gloss black here. So you're gonna get fingerprints all over, but at least you have little handles kind of to put your fingers there. So hopefully you're not touching it all up. But anyways, oh, and actually storage space, center console, nice and deep. You can fit loads inside there. And then you got more storage down here in your glove box, and that's nicely damped as well too. That comes down nice and slow. Premium. But that's about it for the passenger hand side. Let's have a look at what it's like sitting in the driver's seat of our Denali. Okay, coming on in the driver's side here, door, everything's the exact same except for We got the memory seating for 2 people, our power seats, our comfy Denali seats. But let's look right up over here. I want to show you the steering wheel and our 11-inch driver display screen that's new for 2025. I'm just going to close this door so leaves don't keep blowing in here. But so start off on the steering wheel here. You got your cruise controls here. This is actually going to be for your Super Cruise. So when you got Super Cruise engaged, you actually get that green line right up at the top of the steering wheel there to let you know it's on. You got a little camera watching there, so if you fall asleep at the wheel and you're completely not paying attention, the seat will vibrate, it'll ding a little bit to wake you back up. With the Super Cruise, it's actually the only hands-free driving system on any vehicle make currently on the market where you can actually pull a trailer with it. But it's not only gonna hold you behind the traffic in front of you. If someone's driving slower than what you have that speed set to, it'll actually change lanes and work its way around them. It's almost like a fully autonomous driving experience. But the steering wheel looks great. We're all wrapped in that leather. It's really nice and smooth. It feels amazing. We got some chrome here, right? We got the cross stitching that you saw on the dash and on the doors. The Denali name right smack in the middle there. And then on the right-hand side is going to be some stuff for controlling our 11-inch driver display screen. Actually, right before we start talking about it, I like the way that they integrated it into the dash. You got that piano black there. Normally, I'm not a fan of that, but it's shaded. You got that little lip here, so it's actually shaded. You're not going to see every little bit of dust and fingerprints and whatnot on it. But anyways, back to the screen. Lots of different modes you can go through. This is going to be your adaptive cruise control setting on here. So you can actually flip through all the different screens and it looks fantastic. The graphics are crisp, high resolution. It looks amazing. You have a absolute just plethora of information for when you're cruising along. And we got navigation built in here. I love it. It looks amazing. And it's extremely responsive. It works with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. It'll still pop up on here. A lot of times when you plug in Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, it'll only be on the infotainment screen. With this Denali, you get it here. But on the next screen, it does have, it's not on this one unfortunately, but it does have that optional night vision mode where it'll be thermal camera out the front there showing if you have any hazards around like deer on the side of the road. It'll actually circle it with a big yellow box and warn you in case of there's any hazards out there. We got our heads-up display screen. It's highly customizable as well too. You can get your navigation on there, the speed limits of the roads that you're driving on, and then left of the steering wheel we have a whack of buttons. Now the good thing is you're not pressing these ones at all times. It's kind of more stuff that you kind of set and leave. But anyways, you have your drivetrain controls. You have automatic 4-wheel drive. You can go 4 high, 4 low, or 2-wheel, and you can switch your drive modes, which we're actually going to show you the animations for. Oh, sorry, it's actually on the center screen. So you got your off-road, tow and haul, sport mode, and we got normal up at the top there. We'll keep it in normal for now. When we go on the road, though, we're going to be going in sport mode, of course. But anyways, back to our buttons. You got your 360 camera view, which you can click on here. And it looks phenomenal. You got super high resolution and a million different cameras that you can toggle on through here as well. We'll go through a whack of them. Actually, let's hit all of them quick. I'm just going to blast on through them. You can pause the video and have a closer look at you can pick your favorite screen on there if you sure want to. But anyways, that's that. We got the new gear changing knob here. Before they actually had the buttons on the dash, I think they were vertical, I can't remember, horizontal. I think, no, they're vertical buttons. But anyways, well, now we have it over here. It kind of reminds me of a Mercedes-Benz, right? So you go inwards, up for reverse, middle, neutral, bottom, you got drive. When you actually throw it into reverse, your mirrors drop down so you can see lines in the parking spaces. And when you're all done, you just hit park there. But anyhow, I said we go have a look now at the back seat of this Denali and see how comfortable those rear seating passengers are. All right, guys, back seat time. Started with the door closed because I forgot to show you when we were doing the outside, the power running boards down there. But come on over, doors look the exact same as the front seat. You don't got that memory seating. You don't need it for your rear passengers, but all the leather is brought back here. You got your cross stitching. You even have 2 door bins in the back seat. That's fantastic. Your Bose speaker. We got the Denali plate down there at the very bottom. And then coming on inside, the same seats. And these look, they're just as comfortable as the front. No Denali name, totally fine by that. You got your cross stitching, everything looks fantastic. But how comfortable is this back seat? Well, I got lots of headroom. Show you, there we go. Leg room is phenomenal. I got loads of space. We got an armrest here, the nice wide armrests, good padding on them, and they're not that ratchet kind. I don't like the ratchets. I always wind up putting it in the wrong spot, and then I gotta go all the way up and start over. These are where it's at. But then come on in here. We got the rear entertainment for the kids in the back. You can put Hulu on, YouTube. You got 2 HDMIs, so you can get an Xbox and a PS5 back here. Keep the kids busy while you're on a nice long drive. But then come on in. We got our climate control down here. It's the 3-zone climate control. And you've got 3-way heated seats. No ventilated seats, which kind of sucks. But anyways, but you still got the heated. You got your USB-Cs and those 2 HDMIs right there. And you got your home power source down in the middle. But let's see how easy it is to get now into that 3rd row. So we'll, actually you don't need to slide that forward. You can just do it all with this. You got a little latch you pull, or a little thing you pull right there. Now, this is with this seat slid back all the way. I still have, I'm 6 feet tall like I mentioned before. I'm not hitting, I'm close. I'm not hitting there, but when it's slid all the way forward, look at the room. Your center seating people are still gonna be comfortable even in this position. And I got boatloads of room. And I got headroom, which is extremely rare to see in a 3rd row, whether it be mid-size or full-size SUV. I got cup holders back here. I got heating vents, charging ports, leather for the elbow to hit. But anyways, that's the whole interior. Let's have a look under the hood now and see what's powering this Yukon Denali. Okay, popping the hood on the Yukon, strut assist, and we're packing lots of power. Get in on here. This is that famous 6.2 liter V8 naturally aspirated engine. This is gonna be the standard engine that you'll be getting under the Denalis. It's gonna be 420 horsepower, 460 pound-feet of torque. You also have the Duramax 3-liter turbo diesel available in this trim level, in the Denali trim, which is the 305 horsepower and 495 pound-feet of torque. Now in the lower trims, in the Elevation, the AT4, you can get the 5.3-liter V8 engine as well too, with 355 horsepower and 383 pound-feet of torque. This is my personal favorite in the Yukon, the big 6.2 naturally aspirated V8. Sounds amazing, performs amazing. But anyways, I say we get behind the wheel now, take this guy out for a test drive and see what it's like on the road. All right guys, here we are in the 25 Yukon Denali. Coming around the corner here, we'll give it some gas, see what that 6.2 liter V8 does. Oh yeah. Yeah, no, you got plenty of power. That was 0 to 60 right there. But that was just in the normal mode there. But I was kind of playing around with the different modes. It's really nice to see inside the Yukon, because we have that 4-way air ride suspension. When you actually throw that into sport mode, you really feel everything tighten up. Like in a lot of vehicles, when you put it into sport mode, all it does is really hold the RPM gauge up a little bit longer. Whereas in this Yukon here with the adaptive suspension, it actually snugs up that air ride suspension. Your steering wheel tightens up quite a bit, and you really feel like it doesn't feel like a massive, clunky, full-size SUV. It's a really fluid, in-tune drive the whole way, and it picks up speed really quick, and you get really smooth, fast shifts through the whole thing. But up here, everything's fantastic. The steering wheel is, again, with the leather, the cross stitching, it feels amazing. All the buttons have a great touch. The signal stock even. The GMC has a fantastic attention to detail. Even the signal light stock has this really nice little bit of resistance to it and feels premium and expensive. We'll hit it one more time. Actually, here, let's put it down into sports mode. Oh, that's tow and haul. We'll go sports. And yeah, that's plenty of power. Preferably, my favorite is that 6.2 liter V8. If you want to be a little bit more economical with your fuel, you can also go to that Duramax engine, which will get much better mileage. But you're also not sacrificing a ton of power. It's still really high torque at 495 there. But anyways, we'll cut the video here and we're gonna head back to the dealership and give McKinney Buick GMC their Yukon back. All right, guys, that has been the 2025 Yukon Denali with Ty's Torque Talk. Thanks for watching the whole video here. If you're not already a subscriber and you enjoyed the video, hit that like and subscribe button down below. If you already are a subscriber, thanks for following me. Thanks for supporting the channel. But anyways, that's enough for today. I'll see you next time.